Shabbat Shalom, dear community, family. Always a pleasure to share some words with you before the Shabbos. This Shabbos is a very special one. Though it seems from the calendar that we are in the midst of a very, very sad, difficult, challenging period. As we know, these 9 days, starting from the first day of Av, Menachem Av, until the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av, fast day, which will be Sunday night and Monday. We are in a very sad state, commemorating destruction of the temple, the exiles of the Jewish people, the decimation and the devastation of Jewish communities throughout history. It's a sad period that brings together the saddest moments of our journey through life, of our collective journey. It started actually on the 17th of Tammuz, when the walls of Jerusalem were breached by both Nebuchadnezzar in his period, and then the destruction of the first temple, Titus during the second period, and the destruction of the second temple. And then, of course, the exile of the Jewish people. And the remnant that remained behind and became the foundation for who we are today in every single way. But in truth, if you look at it a little bit deeper, nothing comes from God that is not positive. Even the most difficult, challenging moments of life, the most gruesome experiences of life, when one takes a look at a deeper level, sometimes a little into the future, we don't know how God measures time and space, but when we look at our continuing history, even those moments where, you might say, the beginning of the seeding of the plant that came breaking through the ashes and grows into the verdant orchard that we are today. What is that? That is the hope that Israel continues to have. One of the names of this Shabbat, the portion that we read, is the beginning of the 5th book, Devarim. It was said in a very unique way by Moses, God speaking through the throat of Moses, through the voice box of Moses, during the last 37 days of his life. And within it, he talks about all the admonitions, all the weak moments, all the difficult times that the Jewish people experienced under his leadership, and how God continued to be at our side and to lift us over every difficulty and to carry us through every challenge. At the same time, we read Haftorah this week, one of the saddest Haftorahs of the year. And in fact, the Shabbos is named after the Haftorah. It's the first chapter of the book of Isaiah. Isaiah is the prophet that talked about the destruction and about the rebuilding of the temple and the cause of destruction. The first chapter of Isaiah begins with Chazon Yeshayahu ben Amos, the vision of Yeshayahu, Chazon, a vision. What is a vision? A vision is something that you see, a future, a positivity. And Rabbi Lipskar of Barditchev, the great lover of the Jewish people, he gave an example for this, of a king who has a beloved prince, and that little prince, he would do anything for him. And he makes for him the most beautiful, princely suit that you can imagine. He makes for him the clothing that are chipped with all kinds of precious jewelry and most beautiful tailoring. It's a once in all of the world suit. And he tells his son, this is the suit of monarchy that I'm giving you. Take care of it. Make sure you don't spoil it. Make sure you don't tear it. And of course, the child, very entitled, and plays with the suit and tears it, makes it dirty, comes home, crying to his daddy, "Daddy, look what I did to the suit. I need the suit." Father, who loves him very much, and of course, his only child asks him for another suit. He makes him a second suit. The second suit is nicer than the first suit in a certain way. Some way not, but some way yes. And he gives it to him and says, "Son, this is the last one I'm giving you. You better take care of this one." And again, the prince takes it for granted that the father was good to me the second time. "I'll never forsake me, it's okay." And he drops it, he makes it dirty, and he tears it. And this time, the king says to the little prince, he comes crying, "I want a suit." And the king says, "I'm going to make it for you, and I'll show it to you, but I'm not giving it to you. I will give it to you when you're prepared. I will give it to you when you understand the value of this suit, understand how much you have to take care of it." Similarly with our temples, God shows us the future of this Shabbat. On Shabbat, you're not supposed to be sad. On Shabbat, you're not supposed to have depression or think about bad stuff. Even mourning, people mourn for loved ones. On Shabbat, you get up from your mourning. Shabbat is a time where God connects with us on the highest level. Even though during this period of time we can't eat meat, we can't drink wine. On Shabbat, we eat meat and we drink wine the best. Because Shabbat transcends the normal pattern. Shabbat takes us into another dimension, a dimension that's uniquely Jewish. As we say in our prayers every Saturday, and I did not give the Sabbath to the nations of the world. And it's interesting, the nations of the world could easily have chosen Sabbath to be their day of rest. As it says in the Bible, no, but they chose Sunday, because Shabbos is exclusively for the Jew. It's a day that transcends time. And that's why after Shabbos you start the week again. Sunday is not the 8th day. You can't keep counting like days of the month. Every 7 days is a new cycle, a new period, something with new energy. And that's what happens on Shabbos. So this Shabbos, as we start to read the 5th book, and as we take a look at a world that's gone topsy-turvy, and as we look at the challenges it faces, we should know, Chazai, God shows us the third temple. God shows us the potential of Mashiach coming. All he says is, please get ready, take care of it, know what you have, see the quality of being a Jew, see the benefits of connecting to God through the way that God told us to connect with Him, because that allows us to connect into areas that are so difficult to navigate for a regular person who doesn't have the capacity to enter into the multi-dimensional, transcendent spaces of holiness. But the mitzvahs take us there just through the act of God lifting us up. So this Shabbos is a Shabbos of optimism, a Shabbos of power, a Shabbos of transformation, a Shabbos of eliminating the darkness and experiencing the light, a Shabbos of joy and preparation for the third Beis Hamikdash and the coming of Mashiach, that each one of us is doing one more thing better than we did until now, connecting one more Jew back to Hashem, teaching one more human being how to live by the morals and ethics of God's way. We will prepare the world to receive Mashiach immediately. Shabbat Shalom.